draw. And what's minus out of this? Because this is going to try to refresh it and we won't be able to see it as well. Draw, and then like we did before, 0, 0, 100. Let's go 200 this time just to make sure we're different. And there you go. It drew it right over here. Now as we do this, it refreshes. So yeah. Welcome everyone to another C# tutorial. And in this one we'll be learning how to draw directly to the screen using a console application. And not, I mean I could do it in Windows form too. But person who left a comment said that they wanted to see doing stuff other than Windows Forms because Windows Forms has been developed in its classes part that it's basically a framework. I mean, this whole thing's a framework, but it's really super easy to use and you don't really have to know what you're doing to use it. So, well, I suppose you do. But anyways, drawing directly to the screen is quite a bit different than drawing to a application. Personally, I prefer drawing to application just because it's easier, and that's the only reason. But if you want to make, say, a game like Modern Warfare 3, where there's none of this, down here you see I've got a nice little bar with, you know, Google and this thing and, you know, all that stuff like sound and whatever. If you don't want that, you probably want to do it this way. So, let's go ahead and start this, and we're going to call this direct draw. Direct draw or whatever, and say OK, and we start with this class program and a static void main with some arguments, which is not too terribly important right now. So first thing we do is we want to use using system dot runtime dot inner loop services. Pretty basic. And we also want to draw, so we need to see in a console they don't add the references automatically for you for system dot let's find it, drawing. Okay, see, it's not there. So basically what we have to do is we have to go into this program thing and add a reference like this. And I mean, there's another way to do this. I could find the DLL file associated and do a DLL import, but we will be doing some of that already, so we might as well do this as you might say, the easy way, which does it even give me the assembly reference here? I'm going to find out pretty soon here. Wow, this is a lot of files. Look at that. Yep, there you go. So I could, basically what I could do is a DLL import where I take this drawing.dll, aim it at this whole really long thing and do a DLL import. But I'm not going to do that because I will show you guys how to do that today. But I'm not, you'll understand after I show you. So here we go, and we're gonna find it. Let's see, we did find it, but then I lost it. So here we go, drawing. Go ahead and add that reference, and then you go down, you go using system, come on, system dot drawing, and there it is now that I add the reference. Now here's what we're gonna go ahead and do. Is let's do a method here. So actually we'll want that inside the class here. Now methods inside of like a class program here, if you're dealing with a console application, usually are static. So we'll go static. I don't know if it really changes much. Not much, I don't think. Just can't really be changed. So like public would be used everywhere, static isn't used everywhere. But we'll call this draw. Go rectangle R, and then let's go ahead and do a color in there. Brushes dot, oh no, we'll want brush and B, just make it really easy, R and B, like that. And then we're gonna go using, and you can do using or just define the graphics, doesn't matter. Using is a little bit cleaner though. I don't use it that much, but that's alright. I usually do graphics G equals instead of using graphics G. But yeah, and then the other thing we'll need in here is the window that you want to draw. So a handle is what we'll need, and I think it's just a INTP. integer pointer. If I'm wrong, we'll change it. So, oops, I missed it. There we go. Yeah. int ptr, that's the right one. Handle. Handle on window. Whatever, that's usually standard. I see it called all the time as hwnd. Equals graphics dot from hdc. I believe it's either hdc or hwnd. This is probably the one we want. Yeah. Specific handle. So basically, handle is basically a control of a window. The desktop is a window, so we're going to be requesting that control. So hwnd, we'll just put that in here. Go like this, and then we're going to do like that. Alright, so now that our graphics are all set up, we're going to go g.draw rectangle. Actually, let's fill. Let's do a fill rectangle because I did define a brush, didn't I? Let's see, B for the brush and R for the rectangle. Pretty simple. Now, down here, actually, in fact, let's go ahead and add in the DLL imports. I usually like to do them up to the top so I know where they're at. Let's go up here and do this. DLL import right there. Do this. Leave string quotations for that. And then in this string quotations is where you put the file location. Like so, when I showed you the drawing.dll, instead of doing like up here and going, or is it add reference, you would take this file path here and just go and type it in there. Now you can't do like c/ or whatever because it'll this slash thing like messes it up. So basically what you have to do that is you go at and then you go c/. However, for things in the system thing, you don't have to do actual file path. So like User32.dll, 32.dll, you don't actually have to do that, you just have to put it like that. And then we're going to go, and then we're going to put another static variable. So static, let's see, is it a void? No. But anyways, it's extern first. Extern, because it's, I guess, coming from the outside. I don't pay much attention to what exactly all these things mean, I just know how they work. Static extern, and then we go ahead and int ptr like we had before. And then we call it, let's see, I think it's get dc, and then we have a int ptr in there, and then it's hwnd, I think. Pretty positive about that. I think you can actually call this whatever you want. But yeah, there we go. So our DLL has been imported per se, and we can go ahead and use it now. And I'm going to do that for correct to leave only a space there. It doesn't matter really, but and basically what we're going to do is put this handle thing in here into there. So here in the static main, let's actually do something here. I think let's do console.write. And we'll do this on a command thing so we can actually say when to write. We'll do command like I usually do. I actually kind of like how this looks. And then, oops, I hit that little button. So the little, I don't know if you guys can see it, but it's the fraps frame rate thing. I'll remember not to hit that. I hit the wrong button. Okay, and then down here we're going to go string. Oop, not the class string, but the variable, the struct. I think it's a struct, not a variable. String, and then we'll do cmd for the command is equal to console dot read line, because we want to read the whole line, not just a character in the line, like this. And if, let's make this easy to use, so cmd dot to lower, that way it can be capital or not and still read the same, and then dot substring, and we'll do 0 to 4 because the word draw is 4 characters long. If that's equal to draw, and we gotta do all lowercase because we said dot to lower. So if you say dot to lower, it moves everything lowercase, and you have a capital letter in here, it won't say it's equal to. But yeah, So now that we have that, basically the next part, and I'm probably making this a little bit more complicated than it needs to be, but we'll do that. So we'll go, I called it draw, right? Draw. Okay, draw, and then new rectangle, and we're gonna go ahead and add something else in here. And this is kind of on the fly, but we're gonna go, let's see, it'd be substring. That's what we'll do. Let's see, string, and then we're gonna make an array. And basically, I want to be able to define the rectangle inside of the console right part. So these are the let's just call it rect or rec equals cmd dot c split. Yes, I can split it. But first we want to do cmd dot substring, and then we want to go from character 4, or actually maybe even 5. I think it needs to be 5. And we're just going to take all of that and then go split and the split, and we got to do these little things for char. When you do a char thing, it has to be those little tiny single quotations, not double quotes. And then inside, we're going to split it for the colon. Alright, now we're going to do int x, so this is going to be the x on string, is equal to, and then that'll be rec, actually, and then, let's see, that'd be, x will be first, so that would be 0, value 0, in the array. And I'm not going to explain a lot through this. I'm going to explain as much as I can, but I don't want to spend a lot of time teaching people how to do this. This is for people who already know what they're doing. Okay, dot, that's actually convert, sorry. Convert, dot, to int and int 16 or 30, 32, I think it's 32 that I usually do. And then string value here, like so. And then we're going to go in and do the traditional computer programmer copy and paste style, because I like doing that. But you know what's really cool? If you got that extra space, you want to get rid of it, but you don't want to, you just hit Alt and drag upwards like this. Click, Alt, hold Alt, and drag upwards, and then just backspace. And you can actually type on more than one line like that, so that's really useful. So X, Y, and then this will be the width and the height. W and H. And then this is going to be 0, 1. It's going to be 2. And then this one will be 3. And I think we are ready to go. So rectangle X, Y, width, height. The brush, we'll do brushes dot, I don't know, purple. I just saw purple. Oh wait, pale goldenrod. Interesting. I don't even know what that is. Let's find out. And then in here, we go up here and we see this. It says get DC. I'm just going to go and copy that so you know where it's coming from. And you could just type it in or whatever. Do this. And then inside here, we're going to go int ptr, because we have to define that that integer pointer dot 0. It's just kind of like a default value. It's not, gives it kind of an empty value, but it knows what it's getting, so we don't need to do anything special there. We do a semicolon like that. Let's actually try this out. So I'm going to go up here. Now we're going to go, you can see it says command, like it does here. Then there's a space, and this console read line will read whatever you write in here. So we can do, just to show you how this works, we can do dr a and then w, just because it's going to go to lower, so you can do it capitalized. I don't care, any way you want really. And this dot to lower will make it all lowercase. Oh, I should probably zoom in for you guys so you can see. See if we can look over the code here. Pretty simple. I just want to make sure you're able to see it. So draw, then we're going to space, and we're going to go 0, and this is the separator that we defined. 0, 0, that'll stop up in this corner here. And we're gonna do it for 100 by 100. Go ahead and hit that. Oh, wait, what happened? What did I do? Correct size. Oh, did I not? I think something. Maybe it's. I think it's this HTC. Yeah. Sorry about that. I messed up there, so forgive me for that if I have completely deceived you. So we're gonna go draw. And what's minus out of this? Because this is gonna try to refresh it and we won't be able to see it as well. Draw, and then like we did before, 0, 0, 100. Let's go 200 this time just to make sure we're different. And there you go. It drew it right over here. Now as we do this, it refreshes. So yeah, that's basically how it works, I guess. I mean, let's do an overview of this. So we have a class program, which is just the default. You start calls application, you get class program, static void main, and then these arguments, you don't actually need them. I know how to use them though. They're kind of fun to use. Like when you do process and you start an application, you can add arguments so you can tell it to open a file. It's like the open with command. But yeah, so like if I started and said open with Internet Explorer, which I wouldn't because I hate Internet Explorer. But anyways, if you do that, it sends the argument in here to saying which file to open. And then here, this writes the command like you saw, and then this takes a value for the line that you write, and then this compares it and makes it to lowercase so that you can do capitalize in here and it'll go to lower and then be equal to this, so it doesn't matter. It's case insensitive per se. And then actually, yeah, that's the right term. Substring finds this without finding this part, and then this part takes the rest of it and converts it into integer values where it draws it to the screen. So I think my screen is 1600 pixels. Let's find out. Draw. Let's see. How many pixels is it? I don't know. I know we start 0, 0, so let's start with that. 0, 0. And I think it's 1600. So let's do 1200 and see how far that gets me. And then let's do by, I think it's 900 or something. Yes. I think it's 900. 1200 by, it's not 1200 by 900. I think it's like 1600 by like 1000. I don't know. Oops, I should have. You know what I should have done? Okay, this is write, right? And this is read. I should have done here. And I should have gone like this and while true. That is an infinite loop. You're not supposed to make those, but I'm lazy. And basically, you can do it because it's got a read line in there, so I can do multiple commands. You will see. So let's go ahead and do this and go draw like we did before. And I think it's greater than that, so we're going to try 1600, which I know will fill up the screen just about. Oops, don't want to push shift yet. I would do that. Let's do 1500. I want to see how close I get. And then 800, just see how big that is. But yeah, so let's hit that. Yeah, it's probably about 1600 by 900. But anyways, as you see in here, since this is updating this part, you can still see the command, and we can do another draw command. Draw. Kind of looks cool. Anyways, I don't know. Let's actually go and refresh that. But yeah, this is how I'm refreshing the screen, just opening that browser. But yeah, that's basically the idea. You can make it more complicated than that. If you were going to actually do a game, since the screen does refresh on its own, you basically want to make it so that it continually drew over. And there is something, a setting in a lot of games that say screen refresh rate, and that's basically what it is. It is how many times it's going to draw over the screen in a certain amount of time. So that's it for this tutorial, I think. I covered quite a number of things. DLL imports for one, that's kind of a hard thing. You kind of have to, you can't really learn that raw, you gotta look it up because these are specific methods. I can't name this something else and try it. Like if I name it like get desk top like this, they'll say there's errors. But yeah. Oh, oops, that's not okay. That's not the right desktop. But yeah, if I do that, and then I try to do a draw command, so draw, and then I don't need to put really, well, we'll put arguments in there. Just make it quick, whatever. It'll say, unable to find entry point in the DLL. So yeah, you have to use DC, that method. Cannot use your own method. That's too bad, but whatever. Well, you could really implement it in a different method like I did with draw. But that is it for now. And yes, I want to stop debugging. Do I want to save this? I do not think so. Let's save it. Whatever. I always say that. Now I have like a million applications that I've never finished. Well, sort of finished, but they're kind of useless. But anyways, that is all for now. If you want to see more of this sort of stuff, just let me know and I'll make some. So yeah, just tell me what you think. If you like it, and if you have questions, leave comments. So yeah, I definitely enjoy the feedback. So that's it for now. Goodbye.